so sorry. That was me. I apologize because I can't see. Yeah. Okay. Just give me. I'll bring you. I'll do Susan and I'll bring you. Sorry. I had on mute just because there was so much feedback. So, yeah, my fault. Okay. All right. Okay. So can you speak, Susan?
Yes, I can.
Oh, great. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, okay. That was all me. It was just all the feed. Okay. This is a bit of a new app too, so I'm still getting used to it. How are you?
Well, I've learned so much since I took that course. I'm amazed. And I keep doing it and keep going to different layers. So I'm at the point now where I've done some major cutting people. I'm isolated where I am, but I'm doing the work every day.
Yeah.
And there's still a lot going on. I know for sure I'm still being looked at in the program. And my mother and two sisters are part of the group with the Black Magic. So they've been mucking around with my daughters. And anyway, that's where I'm at.
Okay. All right. So what does that cause? Do you have pain or stress? What do you have?
Some pain, mostly liver, right kidney.
What number is it out of 10? 10 is a lot, 0 is none.
It runs between 6 and 8, depending on the time of day.
Okay. Yeah, so liver's to do with all this anger and all that stuff. So it's one of the most difficult things to do is to release anger from you when you're being so hurt. That is like, and the thing will be is to heal yourself so that you give yourself everything you needed so that you're no longer still empty. Okay, so let's work on that one.
May I mention one more thing? When I do these healings, and I'm doing the whole process for each person that comes up.
Yeah.
What happens, and I think it's probably the programming, but you identified a 6-year-old who had been tortured, which is right. I think there's an 11-year-old too, because those programs are creating alter personalities.
Right.
But every time I do the clearings, there'll be a period of time, no more than a day usually. And then all of a sudden I'll hear the 6-year-old screaming, and my third chakra slams shut, and it's like the programming comes back. So it's really, to me, that's the whole,
All right.
Yeah. The other one is about
yours is very complex. Yeah, yours is really complex. So what I'll do is I'll take out what that's doing so that it stays permanently. I'll take out it's either some false memories or it's a firewall. So I'll just check to see what I'm going to do for that. Okay, firewall. Okay, so you've got this. Okay. I'm just going to release the firewall on that. So the firewall is inserted in you so that if you try and extract out the programming, it does the block. It does that. No, you can't. It's got a wall on it, and that's what you're saying that's happening. So I'm just going to, and then you've got some, it's false memories as well as real memories, but they've implanted you with a lot of stuff. So I'm going to release the firewall and the false memory. I, Marisa, now request access to universal organic source energy to release the firewall and the false memory from Susan that has been implanted in her energy field and matrix, soul matrix. And I request that these firewalls and false memories are void cancelled and removed from this point forward. Okay, so I'm just going to turn around. I have to breathe that one out. You can shake it out. Yeah. Yeah. Good old cup will be a confirmation. Whew.
I've been noticing lungs and trouble breathing the last few days. Yeah. Spot on. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, so now what number pain is your liver?
3.
Okay, great. So now we'll just do a disconnection. Who has hurt you the most in your entire life?
My mother and father and my uncle ran this. He was a psychiatrist. He and his wife both psychiatrists.
So
So he
did
was the
you?
puppeteer, the uncle, but it was my mother and father. They were the programmed, abusers. And my father died 2 years ago. That's when I found out he was a high level Freemason. My mother is still alive and still involved in this stuff
Wow.
with the two sisters. So
Wow.
mother, father, aunt, uncle.
Okay. Oh, I'm so sorry. Tell me what they did to you. Did you say MK Ultra?
Yes, I would say the one I was in was actually Project Bluebird, the first one. And the goal of that was to determine a person's breaking point. And my whole life, my mother did some programming at age 18 to make me homeless, carless, jobless, penniless. They actually sent people, and it was an every 4 year on my timeline from then on to do that. And they actually sent people into every workplace I had. Every 4 years, I'd get promoted, I'd work hard, I'd just get promoted, and somebody would appear, be planted into my department, and they'd make me lose the job. And I was also a sole support single parent. So they did a ton of stuff. But that's been a critical one. And I got isolated in this town courtesy of my parents when I left my ex. And this is
Okay.
a cabal town, a cabal prototype town.
Yeah. Okay. Now, I've known you for a bit, and I've noticed you changing. Because what happens is the programming makes you see all the things that were done to you, and it's like you have to go above, and that's the hardest thing to do, to go above when they've like just about destroyed your soul, but they haven't destroyed your soul, because I'm just going to also and then we'll get you to disconnect from them, but I'm going to return your soul fragments because you were splintered so many times in all of that.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I, Marisa, call upon the shamanic healers and the ancestors to return the missing soul fragments to Susan, that's it. Turn the missing soul fragments to Susan that occurred in her childhood, with all that abuse and all that torture and all that torment and all that black magic. Imagine seeing and feeling your soul fragments return to you, and white healing light purify. Wash over your entire being. Imagine the feeling of peace and love come over you.
Oh.
Good old cough again. All right. Everyone else? Okay. So that is now making you more whole. And this is definitely a layering process. And I'll tell you something, Susan. I'm so sorry. I'm just so sorry for what happened to you. That little precious little girl did not deserve that. I'm so sorry. And I've met people that have been very abused. And what it does is it causes them to go one way or another. In a way, it either can cause them to, take this road of this healing and release themselves and are good people, or it can make them narcissists and psychopaths. And bless you that like you survived, and you're out of this. You're getting out of this. This is you've been trying for so long. You're starting to make headway. You're on with me now, and we're making another step forward. So and I don't for 1 minute say this is an easy process. I admire you, your courage. I admire your amazingness to be able to get on and actually function, considering. So bless you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So now let's just disconnect, and then we'll see what your liver number is. Say, I choose to release.
I choose to release. I, Susan, choose to release.
All negative cords and attachments.
All negative cords and attachments.
Of abuse and black magic.
Of abuse and black magic. Whoa.
From my mother.
From my mother.
My father.
My father.
My uncle.
My Uncle Bob and my ex-Aunt Pat.
And
also Joseph Mangala. Joseph Mangala was the one they were working with, Dr. Green. Oh, 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 holy smoke.
This is definitely cabal type of stuff. It's kind of, truth is coming out about what's really got done to society. Okay, this is good. This is good. Where you have now like extracted like ties that have been holding you back. You've been trying to get out of it, and you know what often happens is your work that you've done has brought you on. I'll have people that go, I try to get on, but I couldn't, and that's not by chance. You know, it's not by chance. Anything's not by chance. But you know, and even you got bumped up. Sorry, Eva, not that I meant that, but it's but you know, I know Susan has gone through hell, and she's been waiting. She's been doing the work. You see, I have been sort of directing a little bit, and you paid attention, and that's the thing. You paid attention and you shifted. So, okay, how's your liver feel right now?
Actually, it feels pretty good. There's a tiny spot at the top. I want to thank you, by the way, because I feel you come in. I
You
know when
what?
you're there, and it's awesome. I just feel those little bits where you float in and float out. I'm pretty sensitive to that stuff.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I got to, you know, I've got to use the universal laws, and you see, and I need to be clear because so there's no ambiguity, and that those who go, yep, okay, and all those that just don't like it and then move out. But you know what I mean? It's like you go one way or another. There's no ambiguity, because I'm here to help people and here to keep, you know, the environment productive and you know moving forward. And you've done so well. You're so amazing. So there you go. So how does that feel now?
a whole bunch of stuff just released. It's going to be an interesting night because it's nighttime here. I can't
Yeah,
imagine what it's going to be like
it'll
when I
it'll be an
sleep
easy
tonight.
flowing night. You'll be fine. Sorry, my nose is really running with you. Uh, uh, all good.
I know. It's crazy, right? But
Yeah.
you know what? Where I am, there are other people like me. I don't want to be here. If you can do anything to release me from Huntsville, Ontario,
Well, you
I
see,
would
but the thing will
definitely
be this,
leave here.
Susan, as soon as you change your energy, if the environment's not matching, it changes either the environment or it gets you out of there. That's how that works. So you just keep working on yourself and, you know, and then follow those in your guidance and intuition. And you can do this. You can start using the universal laws to create the future that you deserve.
Thank you. Well, I read everything you write, my dear. And I
Oh,
want to thank you for your courage because you're taking on the big guys. We all know that, right? But you're taking them on and you're winning.
oh well,
And
thank you.
you're building a women's army that's going to fight those guys, right?
Well, yeah, yeah. Well, using the universal laws, we reuse the laws that they used in reverse in a way. If you know what I mean, they use it to entangle. We are building it in every direction. Thank you. I appreciate that because uh, I came in contact with a psychopath recently, so it's messed up my energy a little bit. But it's one of those things that you know. And then I didn't know what a psychopath really was until I was on the plane, and then I was watching. I was put in. I thought said I don't want to watch the videos. I'll look at the music, and on the music was this book. Can you believe it on the plane that says you know toxic people and talked about empaths, and then it talked about sociopaths or your psychopaths or whatever it was. And I thought, oh yeah, that's exactly what happened to me. So it's kind of interesting. And those people don't feel, and that's why they they don't care at all what they do to anybody. And you know, it's all coming down. Like truth is getting revealed. But bless you and thank you for honoring me. I honor you for your freedom always, beautiful lady.
Thank you. May I mention one other thing that I'm not sure is right, so I want to check it with you.
Yeah,
The black magic contracts that they put in the back door of the Akashic records, which I've canceled multiple times. What I heard last week was
yeah.
that what the Team Dark has done is they have ripped those contracts in pieces, hidden them in other realms, and added an addendum which matches what the Bible says. If the addendum says something like, if you don't clear all of this, it will all come back and it will be worse than before. That's the get rid of one demon, 7 others come back.
Right.
But that's kind of what it felt like. So I went back and did a bunch of stuff. But have you heard that, and does that ring right with you?
So I'm just going in. I'm putting it through the universal law test, and then I'll see. I mean, I have, I've been religious, so I understand that they say, you 7 demons come back. I get all that. That's what they say. But I will say this. So that's what they say. You release the Holy Spirit, then 7 demons come into it. I'll say this. Once you return your soul, your fragments of your soul and the facets, and you bring them all back, they can't do anything to you, because you now you have the power over your soul, and they have 0 power. So anything that they've done, they only hold it because you're so fragmented because of the abuse, and you're like not even whole, you're always shattered, and therefore your life goes like that. But as you go for wholeness and peace, and you've got some of my work to start bringing back those fragments, you have the power over yourself, and they have 0 power. So that's really how that would work.
Okay. And those programs are all about control and
I've just brought back some more fragments to you, so you'll find you even have more power over yourself, and you have more power. And I've been looking at this, and how do you get your power back over something that seems so huge, of how they've done it. And it all begins with you, and it begins with understand these universal laws. It takes a while to really get how they've done, why everything keeps repeating, and it's like a maze. It's like a chaotic maze, but you can do it by just looking at the pattern, and then you'll go, okay, I see that pattern, I've got to bring my soul back and get it out of my soul. That's really, in essence, I guess what we're doing. And you've just got more power right now. And you can keep on saying, okay, I'm going to pull back those fragments, and then I'm going to clean them out of my energy field. And you did the spiritual cleanse course, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. So now that's just really what you would be. I would be doing for you, and you'll have a peaceful sleep because you're more whole now.
Well, I can feel the pieces come back, and I always notice when that happens, talents I had when I was younger that disappeared instantly reappear. It really is magical. It's incredible.
Wow.
But who I am now is who I was 20 years ago before I got taken down. So, I mean, there's a lot, right? But
there is.
Yeah, that's who you're seeing now is who you would have met 20 years ago.
Right. Now you have more power to create, to get out of your environment too now. So, and also if you bring back those pieces that are lost in the environment, you can leave. And because that's why you find it hard to go if someone's, got your pieces, and people can have your pieces. So you can just keep bringing them all back. So I think that's where you can concentrate on.
Thank you. Thank you very much for bringing me into this. And thank you for all the healing.
Oh, bless you.
I am so blessed to have run across forensic healing, but led to, right? I have a great knowledge angel.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
Totally. You deserve this. You deserve your freedom, and I'm going to watch this space for you.
Thank you.
All right.
You're always welcome, my dear. Always welcome, and be richly blessed and protected.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
Yes.
Right. I'll speak soon. Thanks, Susan. Take care.
Thank you.
All right, so there we go, back up, and now I've got Eva, and I'll take her off. That was me. Whoa, that was a big one, wasn't it?
It was.
Wow, it's like the truth is coming out, like all that Epstein thing, and Prince Andrew, like that's going to go down like a house of cards, It's all going down now of what they do, what that, it's all, because there's so many people that know so much that haven't said a thing. So it's inevitable. We'll see how far it goes. See how far it goes into the royal family, but it's all, the truth is there's no way out. So the truth of who we are is coming out.
Indeed.
Yeah. So okay. So how are you doing, Eva?
Not too bad, Marisa. I've got an interesting situation with my left foot. 2 weeks ago, I kicked my little toe on the footstool in the lounge room, and it was turned out to be an epic situation of pain. Couldn't walk on it. Had some days off work because I couldn't put my shoe on. A third of my foot is bruised. The swelling has gone down and so forth, but it's still 2 weeks later, not totally healed. And you know how when you're walking, you're rolling onto your toes before you shift your weight onto your other leg, and that sort of thing. I can't really roll onto my little toes so much, so I'm not walking right, if you like. But
Sure.
yeah, still a bit of a dull ache, and I had more ice on it last night and that sort of thing.
Okay.
So,
well,
weird.
Okay, this is perfect because I'm creating a blog post on, connections with others and why negativity can show up, and I'm making it nice and clear. So I'm going to pick up yours. I've got 12 options, so we'll just see which one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's 9. So 9 is weakness. So therefore, there's a weakness. Now, the weakness will have to work out the weakness. So the weakness can be association with somebody. It can be an emotion that you have. It can be it's like you get targeted always on a weak area that's around you. So let's check and see. I'll go back to that and see what weaknesses we have. We have weaknesses can be guilt, low self-worth, curses, denial, ignoring your intuition, having fear, negative environment, or your body's not, you don't take care of your body because then that becomes fragile. So there's been a weakness, and you've gone down on that. So, which means because you're evolving yourself, you've made some big decisions and you're evolving yourself. And therefore, you're busting through a glass ceiling. That means when you bust through a glass ceiling, and that means you're changing your energy. Okay, so you change your energy. So you're now walking around with a different vibration, which then clashes with all the regular energy that you've been around. It's like I'm walking in, but I was a match before, but now I walk in with this different energy. And sometimes, not always, depending on whether that time is up, where you are, or I don't know. So there is a weakness. So I would say, is there somebody around you that's negative?
Well, my work environment does involve some negative people for sure. But I have also had some negative people just drop out of my life. So there has been an energy shift in play there.
Okay, so when you say just drop out, how do you know they dropped out? Because did they do it out of anger or?
Well, I don't know why in regards to her story, but she just stopped speaking to me. And this is the girl I travelled to the UK with, so we were friends.
Okay.
And it was a few weeks after, and I detected something odd, and I just thought, well, fine, she had some negative aspects in play, and I could see that. So said, thank you, universe. Yeah. And I just okay. And I'm not buying into that negativity drama queen stuff to actually confront her and say why. I don't care why. Why is her why. For me, I'm like, thanks, universe. I'm changing. I've had people dropping out of my life for, the last 5 years I've been doing forensic healing. So I understand and get that.
Yeah. Okay. Now, because I remember the story in the UK and who this girl was, this is all making sense. And that you kind of made excuses for her scenario. Do you remember that? You kind of go, I remember the discussion.
Yes.
We were kind of stuck in this, you couldn't see it how I could see it. Do you remember?
Yes, the trauma really made me shut down. It was all going back to a childhood thing, and I know how it was repeating in my current life with the whole UK trip.
but this, and I think this is the weakness. This is the weakness. Is I said that you didn't use you felt like you were stuck, but you didn't use universal laws to get out of your. You see, when you go, well, I had no choice, but that's where you just have to have more trust in the universe and not do. You go, okay, I won't choose that negativity. It was a bit of one of that discussion. I don't know if you remember, but
I do. I know where you're going. I know what you're saying. Yes.
Anyway, so it's her, and the next thing is, she's jumped out of your life and stopped talking to you, but you didn't. She's negative. She's up. She's mad at you, and you didn't block her. I suppose you didn't go and take her out of your phone or something like that.
Well, I have cut her off. Well, she's probably still in my phone. You're right. I hadn't thought of that, but I'm not Facebook friends with her, and I have done cord cutting with her. The only reason I could possibly think of as to why, other than the fact that she's negative, is just silly reasons. So I was saying to a friend the other day, if she can't possibly be telling anybody that just because I had lunch with a mutual friend and she wasn't invited, she would just be making shit up because that's what negative people do. So if that's what she's saying behind the scenes, it's almost like an energy attack, right? So
and the thing will be is that, if I hung out with people that would buy someone else's negative story, they're all negative. So it's all time, they're all going to buy that story. Like people talk about me, and I've just got to be able to, if they do, I'm like, well, if that's a definite block, you're certainly not going to be connected in my phone. But this is your weakness. Your weakness is she is negative, and so now you're seeing her differently than what you did. You actually wouldn't go away with her again. So you're starting to see the change in the energy, and she's mad and she's whatever, but you failed to take her out of your phone, because once they start bitching about you, they're attacking you and they want you to be in pain. Because she's in pain, and that's why you have pain in your foot. So can I ask you a question now? Because we're going to do a really cool exercise for you.
Right.
What pain level does your foot feel right now?
It's just like a one dull ache, I guess.
And what if you walk? Is it worse?
Yeah, I can feel it. It's like a bruise if you put your finger on someone's bruise. How it's kind of like that's uncomfortable.
What bruise number? 10 is a lot, 0, none.
It's pretty low now. It's like a 1 or a 2.
But when you walk?
Oh, then it's probably a 2 or a 3.
All right. So why don't you do this right now? Are you on the phone, or are you? I want you to delete her. Okay, can you take her off your phone right now, and then we'll test your foot. So take it out of your disconnect, because any phone number, any link is direct access to your energy, and therefore they have access to you, your soul. So let's block it, take it out, and then I want you to.
Okay, she's
out.
My phone.
Okay. The other thing is, I would be also blocking her. So what I'll do, how long will it take you to? Okay, so let's just do it now. First of all, stand up on your foot and tell me what number that now feels.
Probably just a 1.
Okay,
just standing on it.
Okay, so
it's
now
been 2 weeks of a lot of pain, but now it's gotten a lot better. It just anesthetic.
But did it just shift then? Did it just shift or not?
Yes, I think so.
Right. So what I want you to do is now block her on Facebook. So
okay. I can do that on my phone. So
do that now. I think I've got
I have unfriended her on Facebook, but you actually blocked her.
You need to block her. So what, you go into settings, and then you go into block, and then you find a name, and then you hit block, because even though they still have access to you, your energy. Have you blocked it?
Yeah. No, I think I'll just have to.
So while you do that, I'll just bring up someone. I've got Claudia. I'm trying to remove this for a second. See if I can get. So we've got a Claudia. Here we go. We've got Claudia. So I'll bring Claudia up while you do that as well, and we'll chat to Claudia and get her. Here she comes. While you sort that out, tell me when you're done. How are you, Claudia?
Morning, Marissa. Yeah, not bad.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is we'll have a little chat, and then I want to go back just because she's going to block somebody. And I'm just trying to demonstrate negative connections with people will be your downfall and cause pain. But do you have any pain or stress?
Yes, I do.
What do you have?
Oh, too many things. But at the moment, my thyroid. Yep.
What's happening with that?
Well, they killed my thyroid medically with nuclear radiation 3 years ago. And so, yeah, just having to live with it.
Is it painful?
Yeah.
Okay, what number pain? 10 is a lot, 0 is none.
10.
Okay, so just stay there. I'm going to, okay, she was going to thought she'd done. Okay, so that's a lot. Okay, so
go for a little walk.
Have you done it? Okay, you go for your walk.
Yeah.
She's just going to check hers, and then we'll focus all on you. I'm just wanting her to that because we can do this one too. No worries.
Okay, I've blocked her on Facebook, and so my foot, I can roll forward onto my toe, and so I've freed up the the way I can walk, but I can still feel a little bit of bruising in my foot, which I'm probably
Has it changed?
I have better movement. I have better flow, and I feel more balanced on my feet, so I can walk evenly. Do you know what I mean? And
then you can even come on right at the end, or just type something up, because now your body can go into healing.
Yes. And so, the blocking her was good because we have mutual mutual friends on Facebook. So she's still, even though I unfriended her, she would still comments and things. So unfriending her was good, but blocking her is better, like you suggested.
Yeah, and then then that, and get the message, because it's not just, we could go around blocking everybody. Understand the message. Because I want to always say that they're actually a gift, and they're training us to evolve. And so it's like it's not that we've always got to go, and people miss that next step. Why did I do that? Where was my weakness? And it showed up weakness for you, but it definitely was.
Yeah.
And all good though. All right. So so just take a nice deep breath in. And just say, I either choose to release.
I either choose to release.
Or negative cords and attachments.
Or negative cords and attachments.
From this person that I've just blocked.
Yep, from this person, Liz, that I've just blocked.
I choose to be free from this point forward.
I choose to be free from this point forward.
Ooh, and it makes your energy lighter. You actually go, God, I feel better now.
Yeah, I do actually. I feel better and lighter. Yes, thank you so much, Marissa.
Well, bless you, beautiful. All right. Well, you won't do this one again. You will look at it, but I'm just saying, nothing's by accident. There's an energy coming from somewhere.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much, Marissa.
Okay, bless you.
Bye.
Take care. Bye. Okay, bye. So now we'll do Claudine, because we've got a high one. You've got 10 out of 10. Does it feel like a burn or something?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And how long has that been going on for? How long have you? Sorry? How long have you had that for?
Well, I've now worked out. I've had it since a teenager, basically. It's just never been diagnosed.
Yeah, but the pain.
Oh, the pain. Oh, well, that brought on endometriosis. So, again, I got that when I was in my teens.
Your teens? So you had this pain. You told me your throat pain.
Yeah.
How long have you had your throat pain for?
5, 6, 7, about 10 years.
Okay. All right. So that's fine. All right. So, and what's the lowest it gets to?
Doesn't change.
Okay. So this is interesting. Nothing's changed for you, right?
No.
Okay. Yeah. So you want to know why it hasn't changed.
Yeah.
What have you done?
Or you mean healing wise?
Yeah, anything. What have you done to get rid of your pain?
Well, obviously through the Western medical system, did all of that, which did stuff all basically. Just made me be a mouse on the medical horrible system.
Yeah.
Yes, it's horrible.
So what else have you tried?
Of course, natural. I'm into natural medicine and herbal medicine, and of course my forensic healing. Yeah.
Okay, so this is big. So we haven't quite hit it. So I'm going to hit it for you right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go for my new list now. I think and the why again. I've got a list of 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 says, disturb the status quo, energy glass ceiling, false Christ. Okay, so disturb the false, yeah. Okay. So I would say your throat probably feels like maybe a burning rope or something. Something like
Yeah. Couldn't talk. Constricted.
Okay.
Yeah, of course my throat chakra has been blocked. Yeah.
Like I could imagine being hung would be the most excruciating pain, and you're almost like you're blocked and a burning type of feeling. What is it, or what sort of feeling is it? You said tight and
Choke.
all right, choke. Yeah.
I nearly broke my neck horse riding when I was in my teens again.
Okay, well that's a sign.
So I had obviously serious neck injuries and all of that. Yeah.
Okay, so tell me the most negative person in your life or that was in your life.
Then?
Anytime. Just give me, in your whole life, go, the person that's hurt me the most is?
My best friend, well, she was, Helen, back then.
Okay, and was she around when you had your horse riding accident?
I think. No, just before. I can't remember. It was around then.
Okay, so you met her around that time?
Yeah, first year high school, yeah.
Right, first year of high school. This will be interesting. So you met her, and how did she hurt you?
Long story short, she was getting picked on by some bullies at school, and the way I am, I protect people. I didn't know her at that stage. I went in and broke up the fight and protected her, and we ended up becoming friends. It was my first real girlfriend, friendship. She lived just across the road. She hurt me terribly. She ended up having an affair with my dad. He broke my family apart.
What did she do?
Had an affair. She was only 16.
With your dad?
My dad, yep.
Okay, so can I just say something about that? You say that she's hurt you the most. I would say your father's responsible, not her.
I know both,
but yet her. I think we've got to get you out of it. You're a bit like she's a 16-year-old messed up girl, and you've got an adult father that has the affair. It's not her, it's him you should be mad at.
It was both. They were both lying to all of us.
Yeah, but she's a 16-year-old girl. You should be mad at your dad more than you're mad at her. She's 16. She's a kid that's fucked up, yet you've got an adult. I'm just trying to tell you, this is why this isn't changing, because you're blaming a 16-year-old girl.
Yeah.
And not your dad.
I blame you too.
No, but I asked you. I said, who has hurt you? And it's her.
Yeah.
And she's the one, she's the child in it, and your dad's your father. He's the betrayer.
Yeah.
She's just a fucked up teenager. He is responsible. So I'm just telling you, this is why nothing changes, because you, first of all, aren't seeing it as it should. Is your dad alive today?
No.
All right. So did you talk to him before he passed?
About that?
Anything? Anything? You didn't talk to him?
Well, I've seen him. I love my dad. Yeah.
Well, see, here it is. This is why nothing's floating. I'm going to get this nice and clear for you. This is why it is not working. You are blaming, because you did. You said, I love my dad, but you hate what this girl did. You have so much anger towards her, yet you love your father. You've misplaced and haven't held him accountable because of you don't see the truth. You don't see the truth. And this is until you see the truth, you can't heal. And you don't even talk to him about it, yet you're so mad at her. She's destroyed your life. You just told me she's been the one. You said, you ladies say both, but you are so mad at her.
Yeah. She hurt me more than my father, basically.
But that's what I'm telling you. You've misplaced it. You've got to get out of, you did it. You looked at it from childhood, and now you've got to be an adult and go, it wasn't her, it was my dad. And then you just said you love your dad, but you're not even holding him. You haven't even spoken to him about any of this, and he's just gone now and nothing's resolved. You're not seeing the truth. I mean, really, do you have children?
No.
Right. So if you did have a 16-year-old and it goes to play with another girl, and then the father has an affair with the 16-year-old, who would you be most mad at?
The adult.
Totally. Like, she's a kid, and if for her to have an affair with an elder man, she's messed up. Like, only a messed up girl would do that.
She was very messed up.
Yeah. So, but you're still mad at her, and you haven't even. You said, "I love my dad." Well, he's the one that did it to you. You have to start looking at the truth.
Yeah.
That's why you're not healing, because you've held this all these years.
I know.
So what do you think about what I'm saying?
I hear you.
What did you hear me say?
That the blame rests with my father. I understand that.
And you've been chucking this anger at this messed up girl and say she's ruined your life. That's because you're viewing it. You are stuck in, as a child, you just see that. That's your friend, and you see that as a child. But you know what? A child's point of view is a child's point of view. Now I've got to get you out of that and go, well, let's take a look at it from above and get you out of your pain and suffering and go, well, what really happened here is an adult abused a child that was vulnerable and fucked up.
Yeah. But she also did too.
Did what?
She really did. She continued it. She was just
yeah, but you know what? You stop it. Your father continued it, not her. Yeah, no, I don't. She's a child that's fucked up. No, he's really fucked her up. He's just gone and fucked her up more.
Oh, she's doing it still. She's ruining marriages still.
But you know what? But she's messed up.
I know.
So you're mad at you're holding anger at someone that's why you're not healing. I'm just trying to get you healing. Once you release her from your, how much anger have you had towards her? 10 is a lot, 0 is none.
10.
Right.
100.
So what number is your throat? 10. Your anger to this friend or ex-friend is holding you in your pain, in your throat. And until we address this, as you said, nothing changes. And you will never get the answer until you change this directed anger at someone who's fucked up. That's all she knows. She doesn't have you've got to let it go.
Yeah.
It's your father, for one, who continued to have the relationship. She's allowed to be the way she is. She's allowed. She can go off on it, and she'd be so unhappy. I feel that she'd be very unhappy child, and she's never resolved it. So your throat, it will change once you change this relationship that you have on blaming this 16-year-old. So you can do that right now. So you can talk to me and release, as I'm her, and release me from the pain. Release her from accountability. Say this, you're a 16-year-old, talk to me like I am your friend. Out loud.
I release you from all the pain that you caused me.
Can I change that? The thing is, so, okay. All right. Okay. Go with that. Keep going.
I release you from why you had to lie to me and treat me like that when all I was ever a good friend to you. I don't understand the lying and yeah.
Okay. All right. So, all right, Claudine. Thank goodness this is on video, so you can go watch it again. You're still blaming her. You're still you say you don't even say you're a 16-year-old child and you messed up, so you do messed up stuff. You're still holding her accountable, and you're still like blaming her, and you're saying I don't understand you. You're still looking at it from the child instead of going, she's going to lie because she's been lied to in childhood. She's going to be messed up because she's had a terrible upbringing. You just said she had a terrible upbringing. You've got to be the adult and let her go. You've got to go, you're a child, and a child that's been molested by my father, who's the monster. And my father continued a relationship with you, which would have fucked you up more. You've got to see that she's a child. And you're still blaming her because you want to stay back in that childhood. Okay, so I'll be your dad. So I want you to hold me accountable. I'm your dad. So have this final conversation with your dad.
I'll hold you accountable. I'll hold you accountable, Dad.
Yeah.
I'll hold you accountable for everything.
Good.
You shouldn't have listened to your dick, basically. Even if she taunted you and teased you and manipulated you, she was only a child.
Well, you know what? I put money on it. She's been sexually abused. I put money on that girl that did that to your dad's been sexually abused by other men in childhood. Put money on it. It's just classic. So that she's actually fucked up. I feel for her. Don't you feel for her? That a child would go do that to a grown-up man? That's all she knows.
Yeah, I know.
So she's just really, she's been abused in childhood. So good. All right, so now let's see, what number is your throat right now? 10 is a lot, 0 is none.
Five.
What number?
5.
5, because you said it hovered at a 10, and now we're on a 5. So we've just done something amazing, haven't we?
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Oh, I'm going to throw up.
Yeah. Yeah, because you've just had to look at the truth of your dad, right? You've been suppressing who he really is, haven't you? Yeah, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry your dad did that. You didn't deserve that.
No, I got blamed because she was my friend.
Yeah. And your mum blamed you. Did your mum blame you? Yeah, and I'm so sorry. See, this is what you've been doing it because your mum's been like, she doesn't blame your dad. This is what she didn't blame your dad, did she? I'm so sorry. And this is why you haven't been able to heal your throat, and now we're finally healing it. And I'm so sorry. Yeah.
I didn't know what was going on. I had no clue. I didn't know.
You know what? You should be mad at your mum too. I mean, like, and then release it. Like, you know, your mum blames you for your father's behavior.
Yeah.
Yeah. What number is your throat right now?
2.
You're 2. We started for 10 years at a 10 out of 10 on your throat, and nothing's changed it until I am a little hardcore. But if I didn't get hardcore, we wouldn't get 2 out of 10. It's kind of been worth it, hasn't it? Yeah. Worth it seeing the truth? It's a bit like this Epstein thing. We're starting to see who people really are. mute down there. What are you feeling right now, Claudine?
My heart beating out of my chest.
Sorry?
My heart.
Yeah. You're finally healing. Finally releasing. And I want you to remember this isn't your fault at all, and your mum should never have blamed you. And I'm so sorry she did that. I'm so sorry that your dad behaved in such a way that was like a predator. It's not your fault. And that precious little girl deserved to have had parents that were good role models and kept you safe and didn't blame you for anything. Didn't blame you for their bad behavior or other people's behavior. Wow. You look like you're getting some peace right now. What are you feeling? I know it's traumatic, but you still look like your body's now can start flow the chi to heal it. What are you feeling, Claudine?
Yeah, just trying to. Still stuck.
What are you feeling? Tell me.
It's still stuck in my heart.
Okay, stuck in the heart. Yeah. Yeah. You need to let it out. You need to cry. You need to release the pain that you had stuck in there. It's not your fault. That was never your fault. I'm going to release all the blame from you. I'm Marisa, and release all the blame and negative and the obligations and responsibility that were thrown on you. Imagine seeing all of the negative energy and the cursing and blame being released from your body, and all fragments of your soul that were shattered in that time now return to you by calling upon the shamanic healers and their ancestors to return the missing soul fragments to Claudine in her childhood when her soul was fragmented. Allow them to return to you and allow peace to restore to your heart.
God. It hurts so much.
Sorry?
It hurts so much.
Yeah. It's now you're feeling what your mum and dad have done to you, that pain. But can I just ask you, your throat, you said is a 2 out of 10 now, is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. So what you need to do is write down and hit pillows. Go hit some pillows and swear and get it out and get that hurt that's out, because it's just been stuck in your body, and get the truth out. The truth is that you've got to not do what your mum did. Your mum diverted the blame, and that's what you did with your friend, divert the blame. And so you never really see the truth. Didn't she? She diverted the blame to you and you diverted the blame to your friend, but it's your dad that's the adult, your dad that's abusing a child. So you can go hit pillows and scream and get it all out, and you will feel so much better, and swear and just go for it. Just get it out. Don't hold back. Get it out, and you'll feel your heart will just be released.
I think it's going to come out.
Yeah. Okay.
That's 40 years it's been there.
40?
40 years. I've just turned 56.
Yes. Wow. Wow.
This thyroid nearly killed me 3 years.
The thyroid,
4.
yeah. Well, yeah, that's it's almost like what your dad did to you, and then your mum blaming you. It's like you got where can you run? Like, you know what I mean? It's like I got nowhere to run. But in fact, now you see who really is the culprit. You don't have to be mad at your friend and just get out that anger from your parents, and then you'll free yourself and go, I'm not going to be responsible for your shit.
No.
Yeah, it's really screws up your belief system. Yeah. So what are you feeling right now, Claudine? What do you feel about this new revelation, this new belief system, this new truth of really what happened? What do you feel about that?
I know I wasn't responsible. I know I never was.
Yeah. Yeah.
Feels good to realise that.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally. And who else wasn't responsible? Tell me who else wasn't responsible.
Her.
Yeah. She's a messed up child, and your father's molested her, abused her. I don't care how much she provokes. She's been abused in childhood.
They made it like a love affair. She, you know,
I don't care. I don't care.
I know.
She's like she's been sexually abused in childhood. That's what sexual abuse does to teenagers.
I was sexually abused. I didn't do that.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry that you were sexually abused. I'm so sorry. But it all affects people in different ways, and I'm so sorry. You know, everyone is different, and I'm so sorry. You didn't deserve that. Who sexually abused you?
Horrible old fart. He was a so-called babysitter when I was 8.
Right. Did your parents know?
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
And what did they do? And what did they do?
Took her to the police and made the situation a lot worse. As a child, that's how it felt.
Right.
Because I went through the whole police thing and
right.
Oh God, it's horrible.
Yeah. So therefore, truth for you isn't worth it. You know, knowing the truth, as I said to you, is not worth revealing the truth. It hurts more.
Yeah.
So we've got to change that pattern for you too. Definitely. And, you know, you speak up and then it's bad. And you know, it's all about this throat thing. It's like you feel like you're being gagged one way or another and you've got nowhere to go. Yeah. But now you have. The truth does set you free. And you're going to return your power. And to return it from your father, return it from your mother, return it from, you know, your friend, whatever, you're just going to return it and see it how it is and go, you're not going to affect my life any longer. I release you all. I mean, you got to go punch some pillows first you got to go punch some pillows because that's still, you know, got to come out. But that's basically what the end result will look like. But we're down to a 2 out of 10 for your throat when it's been, you said 10 years, 10 out of 10. So, hey, I'm happy with that.
No, I am too. Thank you, Marie.
Oh, bless you. I'm so sorry. Okay. You good? Are you good to go? Yeah, go hit some pillows, right? And fucking swear.
Yeah, love you.
Bless you. Okay, ciao, beautiful. Okay. Bye, lovely. Okay.